Alright lads, and welcome back to what could be the final episode of this Rangers career mode, or at least this career mode with Rangers. So we're going to get into this game against Kilmarnock, final two games of the episode, and it is away to Kilmarnock as the penultimate one, and we're going to get into the game and we lose 1-0. Kilmarnock actually, give us our second defeat of the season, and it's not the best result, but we've already won the league. So we're going to get into this game against Celtic, the final game of the season. We're going to go with this team, pretty much our strongest team, except we've got Anderson up front. There is Lewis, Mo and Mayoral, but I want to go with Anderson because he actually played pretty well in the last few games. So obviously at home to Celtic, and we beat them, and I think we beat them in the previous Old Firm derby. But Celtic started off strong here with Nasser Chadli giving it back to Gamboa. Gamboa back to Chadli, Chadli then into Sinclair. Sinclair lays it off to Armstrong, Armstrong one-on-one, and he hits the post, comes to Dembele, he hits it, and it was an open net, he should have scored there, and Celtic should be 1-0 up already, but Stuart Armstrong on the ball now, gives it to Dembele. Dembele now turns with it and gives it over to Chadli. Chadli goes by his man, swings it in back post to Scott Sinclair, who heads that one in, and Celtic go 1-0 up now, and that's Scott Sinclair's 22nd goal of the season. He's the top goal scorer by 5, he's got 5 more than Douglas Watson, so it's looking likely that he's going to get the Golden Boot Awards of the SPFL, but that's not really what we're interested in. I mean, we've already won the SPFL, but we still want to win the final game of the season against Celtic. As you can see, Tav kind of got out jumped there quite a bit by Scott Sinclair, but now Tav getting the ball off Sinclair, but giving the ball away to McGregor in the midfield. He gives up to Armstrong, Armstrong into Dembele, Dembele then one-on-one with Science, takes it by him with a ball roll, has a shot, and he puts that one wide, so Celtic should be 2 or 3-0 up at this point. Dembele back in the ball, gives it to Koyase, Koyase gets fouled, but then somehow the ref doesn't pull it back for a free kick, but it comes up to Edwards, Edwards loses it to McGregor, Armstrong then gives it to Dembele, he's one-on-one, and he hits it in once again, he misses it. He misses the target, so Celtic with a corner in the 70th minute. There wasn't really a lot happening, and if it was for Celtic. We literally had nothing as Celtic on the attack. Silva clears it out and it comes to Anderson. He heads it on to Alexic, but he loses it out to Armstrong. He has a shot, but he puts that one over the bar and it remains 1-0. Charlie now in the ball for Celtic, up to Incham. He gives it to Dembele, he turns out Doretti into the box now and he puts that one bottom corner, and that's well deserved for Celtic. 2-0 up. It flatters us really because we did not have a chance. We had a free kick which was really hit the wall. Like 2 shots, they weren't even worth putting in. They were that bad. And yeah, Celtic should be about 5 or 6-0 up. I'm actually admitting that they should be 5 or 6-0 up. But yeah, we just played absolutely terrible this game. As you can see, Dembele turns Alderete so easily, and he goes on to put that one into the bottom corner. And now, so we're going to try and get back in the game in the 80th minute. Silva on the ball in the midfield, he gives it on to Ben Anderson. Ben Anderson with a bit of space, gives it up to McLean. McLean one-on-one, he waits on it for so long, and he waited on it for too long as the keeper came out to save it. And Nasser Chadli had a free kick there, Wes Fordingham made a decent save. And now McGregor with a corner for Celtic. He's going to whip this one in, and it's Dembele up for the header, but it comes out to Lewis Mo. He gives it on to Kenny McLean. Kenny McLean now leading the counter attack for Rangers. He cuts inside of Sviatchenko, goes outside of Simonovic. He keeps running, outpaces Simonovic into the box, has a shot and puts it into the back of the net and gives us a lifeline. We're 2-1 down now, only 1 goal in it with 5 minutes left. We've got a chance to come back and get a point out of this. It's not the point that matters, it's just a bit of, we've already won the league, so we want to not get beaten in the last game. But 90th minute, Lewis Mock gives it up to Marcus Edwards. He's 1-on-1 with the keeper, cuts inside, has a shot, and he puts that one wide. That could be our last chance of the game. Marcus Edwards with a golden opportunity, and he can't hit the target, but Wayne Hennessy's going to punt this one up. It comes to Chadli, headers it to Gamboa. It's going to be full time, but no, Gamboa cannot control it and can't keep it in, and it's a throw in to us. Ben Anderson's going to take it, going to take our time. Silva's going to give it back to Anderson. Anderson giving it to Silva. Silva into Kenny McLean. Kenny McLean turns McGregor into the box now. He goes to the byline, crosses into Lewis Mo in the middle, and he hits the bar. What is that all about? And Celtic win 2-1. And that's so unlucky. Hitting the bar like that, like the first Old Firm of the season. Lewis Mo actually scored a header and got us a draw, so he could have done it again, but he failed to. And this game is just so mucked up. There was no title celebration or anything. It was kind of annoying because there was just, why is there no title celebration? So yeah, as you can see, we won the league by 6 points, and Ross County won the Scottish Cup, which was quite surprising. They knocked out Celtic. Hibs obviously knocked us out. Barcelona beating Borussia Mönchengladbach in the Champions League final. That's a surprise, but they beat PSG in the semi-finals, and Tottenham got to the semis as well. Real Madrid winning the Europa League against Chelsea. So quite a lot of surprise winners there. Not surprise winners, but surprise, like, why are Real Madrid in the Europa League? But yeah, so we're going to go through this. Scott went up 12 overall. He didn't actually get a game. Watson, who one of our star players, went up 8. Stewart went up 5. Anderson and Marcus Edwards went up 4. Henry, Odja and Atakaye went up 3. Mayoral, Moreles and a few others like Science, Jason Holt, then there's Bierman, Rossiter, Silva. They all went up by 2. Lewis Mo, Alexic, Pereira, Dalcio, Cardoso, Garcia, Alderete, Tavernier, McCutcheon, Strachan, Alnick and Fodringham all went up 1. And now the top goal scorers, as I said, Sinclair won it by 5, and Watson and Alexic in the next 2. Watson with 17 and Alexic with 11 assists. Alexic with 10 and Morelos with 10 as well. McLean with 8 there, not far behind. And then on to clean sheets, Wes Fodringham with 18. He got the Golden Glove. So I'm going to talk about this. So there's 3 other teams that I've got a job offer for, and I'm going to show you them in a minute. But the 5 options are State Rangers and probably do a financial takeover, try and win the Champions League next season. The other one is to start a whole new series and just, you know, go from there. Fiorentina is one of the other options I can go for, obviously in the Serie A. And then we've got a ex-Premier League team in Aston Villa. They actually got promoted in the first season, then relegated again, so we'll be in the Championship with Aston Villa next year if we go with them. And then the Bundesliga, Hertha Berlin with them. So there's the 5 options. I'll leave a straw poll in the description, so if you'd vote in that, I would be very much appreciated. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and if you did like it, please do leave a like, and I will see you all next time. Bye.